Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau.
Taken at the goal line.
Gets by him at the 25.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Henry. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Jackson now.
Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
45.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield, and allow the play to be successful.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Ravens' 47-yard line.
2nd and 7.
Here we go. Red, 38. Hut, hut.
Love now. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Right. 3rd down and
7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Blue, 32. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Come on, set. Hey, go 10, Black. Black Ultra. Set.
Love to throw for it on 4th.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
37. That's good for a Packers first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Goal to go.
Black, 95.
We're scoreless after 1.
Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
On the double. Blaster. Ready, ready. 6 set.
Going back to Love. Blitz coming, and down he goes. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
At the 18-yard line.
Ready.
To throw now, here's Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Yellow, 22. Hey, blue. Black shot. Rail, yellow. Yellow.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Black.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. Looking left side, and it's complete. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it.
Fury, yellow. 6, mega.
Throwing, Love. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
2nd and 10. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this out past the 25.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good for Baltimore.
Now Lamar changing the look.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Henry. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Ravens.
And Jackson throwing once more. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Inside handoff, Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And his kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Love looking to throw it. Looking deep here for Dobbs. This is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I've established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Strikers, 3-3.
On first, they'll go back to Wilson. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Come on, set. Black 40. Ready.
Up the middle they go. It's Lloyd. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it, and the running game is starting to pay off.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
22 needle, set, hunt. Yellow, 22.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff line through the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
A gain of 3 yards.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Packers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. McManus's point after is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return, Rasheen Ali. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same, and what they plan to do on offense.
No, we changed it.
Here's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. That is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Here, blue, check. 60 red. Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Hut, hut.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Ready, ready. 45, white. 6, mega. Set, hut.
Now Love. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Complete to Marshawn Lloyd. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th and goal.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Here's Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tucker Kraft from 3 yards out. And the Packers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield. downfield.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And this is intercepted.